Hi, I'm Jamie Davis, the Podmedic, and I wanted to introduce myself because I was asked by Paul and Alex to come in here and talk a little bit about my experiences last year in the Podcast Secrets course. First, a little bit about me. I am the host of multiple podcasts. I have a couple of medically related shows for nurses and EMTs, paramedics, and other medical professionals, teaching them about skills and information that they need to know and review frequently as medical professionals. And we all like our medical professionals to know what they're doing. I help out with that. So that's a little bit about me. I've been podcasting for about 3.5 years or so, since late 2005. And so I'm not new to podcasting. And so I wanted to give you that information because one of the things that I think is important to think about is that, you know, if you're brand new to podcasting, I think you're going to get a lot out of the Podcast Secrets course. But if you're an experienced podcaster, I think you're going to be amazed with the information that's presented there. And I'm an example of that because I was a person struggling with the monetization of my shows. I knew that they were valuable. I knew I had tons of great content there. But how did I take that content and turn it into something worthwhile and of value? I had monetized via advertising models and via Google AdSense models on my site, but what did I do beyond that? And, you know, some other things that I'd done, some consulting work, but not a lot. And I really didn't, you know, have a plan. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience in the Podcast Secrets program. And I made some notes because I wanted to make sure that I got this out quickly and easily for you. First of all, I was very skeptical. I'd been around podcasting for a while. I've read every book. I've been to seminars. I've gone to the Podcast Expo. I've heard Paul Colligan speak. I know he knows what he's talking about. But is there anything really that much more that I could get out of something like a Podcast Secrets course? But I decided, you know, heck, I'll take a look at the preview call and make a decision then because I've been told there's a lot of information in the preview call. Well, let me give you an idea. I got writer's cramp. I mean, this hand was so sore from writing nonstop for an hour and a half during the preview call. I took so many notes, found so many things just in the preview call that could help my business that I decided to take a real big leap of faith and go ahead and get into the entire program. And I am so glad I did it. And I'm going to tell you the three biggest things that I found that this program did for me. And I'm going to start with the important thing. It provided me a concrete, step-by-step plan for my business as a podcaster, something I did not have before. You know, a lot of us aren't business people at heart, especially in podcasting. We're creative, right? This is what we do. We're creative. So to have somebody sit down and lay out for you the steps that you need to do, the different avenues that you can take to monetize your programming is something that is invaluable. So it gave me a step-by-step plan. Not only that, but it told me not just, all right, you need to take your content and put it into a CD and sell it. Well, it didn't just tell me that. It told me how to do it. It told me where to do it, gave me options and different ways to monetize even the CDs in a step-by-step manner. And this is really important to people that are brand new to podcasting. Is that step-by-step part of it. But I'm going to tell you that I needed that step-by-step part of it too. And so I wrote down action plan after action plan point. I had printed out every piece of material. I could not believe the wealth of knowledge in the printouts. They had action plan steps, and they told you right down here the 5 things you're going to do. And that is just amazing because it energized me and gave me things to do. Now, here's something. At the end of this course, I had a huge list of action points, ways to monetize my show. I have only used half of them so far. I've only implemented half of them. I still have half of them in the can, ready to go, ready to implement. They haven't gotten old. They're just, I've prioritized the list and picked the low-hanging fruit, and now I still have all these other things to do, and the new course is coming out with more information, so I'm really excited. But this is what the program did for me, okay? And I think I need to speak in terms of your business, okay? And my business, I was doing okay, wasn't a full-time podcaster, was part-time, making part-time income. In just the 9 months since Podcast Secrets happened in 2008 and the end of the year, Did my business double? No. Did it triple? No. Did it quadruple? No. My business went 10 times bigger in that time frame based on the information I got from Podcast Secrets. I was floored. When I started looking at the money and the income, it allowed me to become a full-time podcaster. And this is the great part of it, especially now. Look around. My neighborhood's probably the same as yours. I've got people on one side of my house that are worried about losing their jobs. I got people on the other side of their house. One of them's lost their job. They're worried about losing their house. And I'm home, working from home, putting my kids on the bus, picking my kids up off the bus, podcasting. And I have Podcast Secrets to thank for that. Paul and Alex, you've done an excellent job with that. And so if I could call Podcast Secrets one thing in this economic climate, I'd call it a recession-proof vest for your business. Okay, bulletproof vests? Well, this is a recession-proof vest. This is a program that has allowed me to take a stable of thousands of loyal listeners who were getting my shows for free and still get my shows for free because that's part of what I do. I want to make this information available to them. But I have taken that and parlayed it into multiple avenues of extra monetization and income that I had no idea even existed. Multiple joint venture projects that I learned about, just got the ideas from in this program because it gave me the information I needed to open my knowledge base up. So again, Paul and Alex, thanks a lot. I am so looking forward to Podcast Secrets 2009. And if I had one thing to say to anybody out there that's just on the fence and they're wondering if this is for them, take the preview call. Okay, just sign up for the preview call. Print out the information beforehand. Sit down in a quiet spot where you can listen to the preview call with a pen and paper and the stuff you printed out, and just listen to what's going on there and get your questions answered live in the preview call. Okay, that's what I can tell you is the best way to figure it out for yourself. It's a small price to pay just to find out if it's for you. If you're like me, you're going to just be wowed and be gonzo gangbusters. And if you're not, you got the preview call and you got some good information and you move on. But if I had one piece of advice, it would be definitely get on that preview call and take a look. And, if you could even, maybe you're not going to 10 times your business like I did, but if you could double your business or, even add 50% to your business, what would it do for you? So I want to thank you all for listening to me ramble on. You can tell I'm a little bit excited, but I'm really looking forward. And hopefully, we'll be able to meet each other in the mastermind sessions or at the reunion for Podcast Secrets that I'm sure they'll be holding again this year in 2009. Talk to you soon.